7/26/24. 7/26/24. It's a 28 number. It's a money day today. It's an 8/28. So it's been a while, guys. I have no say in when this happens because I definitely do not want to make this video. There's always ebbs and flows, and I think everybody's been in a collective ebb overall right now. Gotten to the point where I'm glad, and I hope that you can get to the point where we express gratitude and say thank you to God for our problems and our challenges in life, because if you can do that, then when things are good and you stay tempered, it's a gift. You know, striving to constantly prepare, stay ready, as we always say, and be able to have that peace of mind and security, which only comes when you know that you're taken care of. We're taken care of through God, and we're taken care of in the long run. You've got to have that stack, you got to have that bag to be able to have some peace of mind, whether you like it or not. Unless you can find peace of mind in depending on others or the government, which is just not feasible for most people. You know, today we're talking about what we always talk about. Stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. I was urged from the universe that I choose to call God to be a vessel of propelling this message to you guys today, of basically, we do the habits, we do the self-work, we eat right, we work out, we stay on top of everything that we possibly can and get in that flow state every single day and try to be a participating member of society in a positive way and help others as much as we can. And I want to talk about being of service to others and thinking about others in an empathic way, but still having self-love. You got to take care of yourself and put that oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help others. Sitting here with the butterflies and the wind, just being present, that peace of mind, noticing all the different sounds. That gives me a certain vibe when others are around me, that if they're a vacuum, I feel drained later. I feel sucked of my energy. They call them mosquitoes, energy vampires, whatever you want to call them. I need reciprocation, or I can't hang out with you a lot. And I have to make sure when I'm with someone on a higher vibration. First person that comes up to mind is my boy Sonny. You know, he's up here vibrating. He never clowns or talks shit. He's like, yeah, Grinny Grin, you can do it. I feel you. I can breathe through my nose. And there are others, but I know and I realize I have to give something in that situation too. You can't just be a taker. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we've got to cultivate our relationships. You see it everywhere in nature. Ants, spiders in that web, the parent animals, mama bears with the cubs, they all make sure and cultivate, even the birds, before they send them off to fly. Cultivate our relationships with ourselves, with our God, with our children, and every relationship in our families, because there are so many times and so many people, I don't want to be that person that calls you when I need something or I want something. You know, I'm tired of this shit when someone just calls out of the blue or texts you. They don't even have the courtesy to call you and say, hey, when are you going to be in town? Who's this? You haven't kept in touch or said hi, what's going on? You haven't talked about the last conversations that we had and make sure we're on the same page. Sometimes they make efforts years later and I'm like, bruh, it's too late. But will you move this box? I was gonna ask you to pick something up and bring it to town when you come in town. Or, man, you haven't said, how are you, big bro? What's going on? How you living? How are the kids? Keep in touch for no reason. And I know the older people, I bring this up all the time because I've got to call my 79-year-old, 80-year-olds, 72-year-olds, mentors, friends, family, myself. And there's some of my peers too. They don't call back, they don't text back. You know, we see each other at funerals. It's not cool. Make sure someone's thinking about you, you're thinking about someone, you're gonna feel that vibe, call them up. I did that with my cousin, and she was here in town living on the beach right next to me, and nobody told me I didn't know. But I could feel her presence, and she happened to be living where I lived in Santa Monica for 22 years, and we caught up. But you know, if you feel compelled or you think about someone, that's not just accident. You've got to keep on, we got to keep on realizing everything is as it should be according to God. Nothing's by accident. And you see everything in nature constantly nurturing, constantly upkeeping, and we've got to do that with our relationships. You know, if you need something or you want something from someone, make sure that you cultivate your relationship first before you just use, ask. And then hopefully we'll never be in desperation, because I always refer to the higher power. There's always that one. I refer inward, and I know that we can all do that, because with God's help, you don't need anything else. And God will work through people and circumstances to make sure and provide for us. So that's all I got today. It's been a while. I'm glad that today's the day and now's the time, and there's no question about it. And that's the only time I'm going to hop on here. I don't want it to be forced. It's got to be God's will and not mine. So keep the comments coming. I'll keep the feedback coming and the topics coming. And just, you know, reach out to others. If you want a friend, be a friend. When I was on the East Coast, I was in New York, Manhattan, Chelsea District, Central Park. I was in Brooklyn for 3 days, Flemington, New Jersey, straight Amish country. And this guy at the poolside at the family reunion was like, who is this guy? Why are you taking our, you know, it's like you were hosting, but it wasn't my house, but it's my family's house and it's like my house. Taking away the plates. I'm like, you want a friend, be a friend. You know, you can't just sit there and not give what you want to get. Harvell, one of the biggest marriage counseling books, Getting the Love You Want, explains exactly how we recreate our relationships with our care raisers and try to heal them. And the biggest message of the entire book is you got to give and put out there what you want to receive. You reap what you sow. It's all basic, same old shit. It's all been said before, but maybe I'm the conduit, maybe I'm the catalyst, maybe I'm not, you know? And I've got a little surprise coming up where we delve into the maybe I'm not. So that'll be coming up too. I hope you all are staying present. And the God in me sees the God in you, as they say, namaste. Because you are Christ, and the Christ in me sees the Christ in you. And there's just no way around it. If you haven't noticed, with the fires, the wars, the epidemics, the earthquakes, it's telling you and saying, what do I have to do to open your eyes and open your mind to understand we are making a shift into a new forward path. And those that stay behind and the NPCs will be behind. And the rest will continue on to the next 5D. So go get it. Let's get it. Let's fucking go. All of the above. Vamonos. Get some.